Pops.
Yes. Apparently we have something. It's so well rehearsed, can you tell? But
Yeah,
So this is what happens when before we hit play on to record.
Yeah.
I say, hey Kimberly, hey Dad, make sure let's do a promo for your auto advocate and the fact that we have new membership plans coming out on Friday. What's that? January 16th, I guess. 18th.
Well, today's the 13th.
Coming out on Friday. Deal
15th.
consultation. We're doing some premium member only live streams as well as unlimited access to market price reports for a 3-month period of time. I think when we added up all the numbers, if we did it ad hoc, it was like $150 value, $49.95. Anyway, check it out. Link down below. Kimberly, Pops, I will work with both of you to
Where do I go to sign up?
There it is. Kimberly,
Yes.
maintenance plans versus vehicle service contracts. We've had so many people send emails in saying, hey, I've got this maintenance plan. That means I don't need a VSC. Or honestly, and I don't want to hijack this video, but also I've got mechanical breakdown insurance from Geico. So that means I don't need a VSC. And more power to you, it might not if it doesn't fit. But can you explain what the differences are between those types of products?
I would love to, Zach. First, I want to talk about maintenance plan. Many times over the years, I've had people walk into my office saying, my maintenance plan, it doesn't cover my thingamajig and my engine. And there's a confusion in terminology as well as product itself, and that's what I want to clarify. So whenever you're in the finance office and you're being offered all of these products, one of them will be a vehicle service contract, which is for mechanical repair or breakdown. And another one will be the maintenance plan. Now, we all know that we have to have maintenance done, regular scheduled maintenance done on our vehicles. That's completely different from a vehicle service contract. I know that a lot of our viewers out there will know this, but I can also tell you that a lot don't know. We've had a lot of questions about this. So a maintenance plan is just simply a prepaid plan that's offered to you to cover your oil changes. There's a couple of questions that I want our viewers to ask about the maintenance plan. They're tailored just like a vehicle service contract in terms of term, miles and months or years, because it depends on your driving habits, just like a vehicle service contract would. But the questions that I would like for our viewers to ask is, does this cover the big ones, for example? Most cars, I'm sure Zach, especially on your Volvo and on your Mini Ray, there are some big services that need to be taken care of. Are they generally around $30,000, $40,000, maybe $60,000?
I know when I was with Mini, Mini being a division of BMW, included maintenance for the first 3 years, 36,000 miles on their cars. And pretty much covered everything except wear items like tires and windshield wipers. And they didn't cover brakes or brake pads. You could buy a wrap to upgrade to cover the brakes. But then after 36 months, the maintenance was on you. And Mini offered, and it was through Mini itself, the ability for a customer to buy at a wholesale level today what scheduled maintenances will be paid for moving forward. And what that was is it carried it up to 72 months or 100,000 miles of scheduled maintenances. Not vehicle service repairs, but maintenance, what's required to keep the car in good running order as designated by the manufacturer. And in the case of Mini, once somebody bought it, it was non-cancelable, and it stayed with the car even if they got rid of the car. So in Mini's system, if somebody had an extended maintenance program, and they traded
prepaid. Let's make sure we're clear because it's so confusing. Prepaid maintenance, extended service contract. So prepaid maintenance.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Mini calls it the extended maintenance program.
Like
that's
I said.
I'm just telling you. That's
no. I appreciate it.
That's what it's called in Mini. It's an EMP.
Because part of what gets confusing here is there are manufacturer prepaid maintenance plans and
That's
then
what-
third-party prepaid maintenance
Yes,
plans.
but
It's,
here's
very
the point
confusing.
I was going to make.
Yes, sorry.
There were any number of cases where somebody would have a service issue with the vehicle, and service would call them and say, well, this needs to be taken care of, and it's $800, and the customer goes, yeah, but I got a maintenance program. Well, yeah, you don't have an extended vehicle service contract. You have a maintenance program, and there's a difference between the two. One is just to take care of scheduled manufacturer maintenance, and the other is to take care of any mechanical breakdowns that is covered by the policy moving forward.
You got it. You got it.
I did okay?
So you can see you did great.
Thank you.
And you can see how, though, it can be confusing.
Yes.
And I would have people come, just what you said, I'd have people come in and say, or like you said, the service department will give you a ring and say, hey, does this person have a maintenance plan or a vehicle service contract, because they're confused? And I'll look into my computer system and I'll say, they do not have the vehicle service contract, but they do have the maintenance plan. So there you go. But, and that sounds like a good deal with Mini too. I appreciate that for sure. But maintenance plans come, oh my gosh, there's so many different kinds. There's so many. So some of them only cover oil changes.
Yep.
Period. For maybe a period of time, maybe for life, who knows? But then some of them, Volkswagen is one of them, I do believe, will come with the oil changes, but they also include the biggies, the major ones, the flushes, the fluids, the filters that have to be done at certain intervals, whatever's in your owner's manual. So just be sure that you ask the questions that need to be asked about the maintenance plan.
And the depth and breadth of any particular maintenance plan. Because there are, like you said, there's maintenance plans out there that only cover oil changes. Well, oil changes realistically are pretty inexpensive,
Yep.
in comparison to other things. But for instance, with Mini or BMW with the same extended maintenance, it covers whatever the maintenance minder says is due
Sure.
at that particular point in time. And trust me, when a Mini is out of free maintenance, customer pay maintenance gets expensive on a Mini.
No, and I guess I just want to make sure for our audience you understand, because it's something I've learned only as I've gotten deeper into like the interworkings of the industry. There are manufacturer prepaid maintenance plans, and there are third party,
Yes.
i.e. oil change. Like those aren't going to be really what you're paying for when you buy those types of products is, the upfront cost and knowing, okay, so maybe I'm getting it at this subsidized rate versus if I paid at the time. The other thing that I learned from one of my mentors, guys, that's in the industry, and I want your feedback here, is prepaid maintenance plans were designed, he said, to get customers back to the dealership to
Yes.
do their maintenance there, and
Yes,
obviously to do
because
the
it's
servicing.
already paid for.
Because it's already paid for, and then it creates that relationship that, Yanni's now on the show. Yanni talks about building a rapport, building a relationship. I've heard other people in the industry, mentors of mine, I don't want to make it sound like all my mentors are industry people, but they've shared a lot so I can understand how we can do things differently. They've said, the salesperson for the second car is the service writer, the service advisor. So prepaid maintenance plans, as a consumer, if it's a manufacturer one, sure, I get some sort of like nominal discount from paying it up front. But the dealership really gets a customer retention tool. Like that's why they like it.
Well, yeah, that's exactly why the dealership likes it.
And it's, to your point, Kimberly, so very different than a vehicle service contract, which is covering mechanical breakdowns, failures, things like that. It gets so confusing so quickly.
It does. It does. And I want to help. We want to help you understand the difference between the two, because knowledge is
Powerful.
power.
Did you get your hoodie yet? I know I sent you one.
No, I'm tracking it though. I'm watching it go across the country to my house.
I'm
Very
excited to
cool.
see
So
it.
The thing is, Kimberly, you didn't have to work with Zach nearly as long as I had to work with him in order for me to get mine.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true, and I don't know what to tell you about that.
So
Ray.
before we wrap on today's video, I would love in a future episode, can we please get into mechanical breakdown insurance? Like I've had people come to me because we do the VSC quotes, right? And we can sell for YA members. And they're like, well, I have through Geico. I keep hearing Geico. Got Geico mechanical breakdown insurance. So I really don't need a vehicle service contract. And then I read the mechanical breakdown insurance stuff from Geico, and it's like, it sounds pretty good, but it also doesn't cover all the VSCs. Future video, I'm planting the seed. I'd love for us to talk about that.
Okay.
Great
yeah,
idea.
I think so.
Great
I think
idea.
that's something
Yeah.
we should do.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for your time as always, and we'll definitely work on our intros. But we got next time.
Hey, I can get that service for you? Wholesale.
There it is, pops.
Just pay up front.
All right, guys. Thanks,
Thanks, Kimberly. Good seeing you.
See you soon.